If you want to support Slopes Game Room, then please click the links that you see in the top comments. Yep, it's that time of the year again. I said I'd do another video like this, and that's exactly what I'm doing. In case you don't know, reaching 5k on YouTube is tough. Seriously, if you ask me, hitting 5k is in actually some ways a little bit harder than hitting 100k. In the early days of a channel's life, it's still working out what it wants to be, what works for it, what doesn't, how do you promote yourself, how do you get the attention of other YouTubers, blogs, forums, or social media influencers, if you want to call them that. How do you stop getting just 1 or 2 subs a day and instead make a real impact? Well, considering the competition is obviously incredibly harsh and the algorithm is obviously incredibly confusing, since the early days of my channel, I've had this little yearly series where I like to open the floodgates and promote 10 channels that honestly, I feel are definitely on the right path to getting past that 5k mark. All the names you see right here on the screen are channels that I have previously shouted out, and in case you were wondering, all of the red ones have now passed the 5k mark. Good job guys, good job. As always is the way with these videos, I like to open up the comments section too on this one particular video so that you guys can promote other channels that are under 5k too. The only rules that I ask are as follows. 1, they've got to be under 5k. 2, please do check my personal list out. Sure, they're not to everybody's taste, but at least do give them a chance and sub if you like them. 3, be sure to like other commenters' suggestions and leave a reply to the ones that you really like. And 3, and this is the most important one, do not promote your own channel. Guys, if you want to grow in your early days, coming from experience, the best way to do that is to embrace the community. We all want to get big on the platform, get more people to watch what we spend endless hours creating, and there is no better way to do that than by helping each other. So, if you know a channel that you feel isn't getting quite as much love as they deserve, leave a link below and a small description as to what people should expect. And let's quickly break my own rule by telling you that I've actually got a second channel that you might not know about. So, go and subscribe to that, but enough of the plugs. Let's go and have a look at my 5th video in this yearly series. Welcome to Slopes Game Room. Gaming Muso. Current sub count 1,730 odd. Yes, for the first time in this series, YouTube actually no longer tells us exactly what the subs are, but hey, it's all good. So, Gaming Muso, a guy I've had the privilege of knowing for quite some time. However, this last year, probably more than any other, I feel that he's really finally found his niche. What you're hearing in the background is this beautiful, lovely rendition of Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. Be sure to go grab yourself a copy using the Bandcamp link below and help support the charity Mind. Go on, once you've done that, come right back and listen to this. It's these incredibly well polished tracks that have been blowing up on his channel over the last 12 months or so, and yes, I went and bought myself the CD. If you like hearing classic video game music ramped up to 11, then be sure to support the Gaming Muso. Strain42, current sub count 4,580 odd. So here we have Strain42, a channel very much tailored towards the more classic Nintendo fan amongst other things, of course. He's been pushing out videos pretty much weekly, doing one-off reviews on games such as Chibi Robo, Pokemon Snap, Tokyo Mirage Sessions and all of that good stuff. But on top of this, anybody that fancies learning the ins and outs of Persona or Megami Tensei should definitely check this guy out. He's got a very upbeat personality, and I hope he doesn't mind me saying this, but it's very clear that the guy takes a lot of inspiration from Ant Dude. which is cool. I like Panduh. If you do too, and this content sounds appealing to you, then be sure to drop a sub and be one of the first 5,000. Seriously, the guy is about to blow up. PatmanQ, History of Arcade Game, current sub count 3,760 odd. So this channel is very similar, incredibly similar in fact, to the kind of videos that I like to make the most on my channel, the Complete History series. You see, PatmanQC does almost nothing but the history of, insert every game you've ever wanted to know the history of about right here. These videos tend to take a bit more of a simplistic slideshow approach compared to the kind of stuff that I like to make. However, they are just jam-packed full of info that you are definitely going to be in need of if you're researching a particular franchise. If you like gaming history, then I suggest checking out PatmanQC. Ameben, current sub count 109. Seriously, only 109! Guys, everybody on this list definitely deserves a follow, otherwise, they wouldn't be on the list. And sure, each one of these entries will obviously be down to taste, I'm sure we can all agree on that. However, one channel that I demand that you sub to is Ameben. The guy is only on 109 subs as of the recording of this video. He's got no idea I'm about to shout him out. I've never spoken to the guy before. So let's surprise him and double up that number at least when he next looks at his channel. The reason I'm pointing out this particular channel as a must subscribe, regardless of your taste, is because not only does he make quality retro themed content with excellently edited videos and genuinely good opinions and discussions on the games that he's reviewing, but he's a youngster. Seriously, the guy's a kid. Well, he's a kid compared to us middle-aged farts at least. And when looking at my analytics, sure, the occasional youngster might make it through when watching my videos, but when it comes down to simply good quality content that actually is well on par with some of the stuff made by us know-it-all oldies, you can't deny this kid knows what he's doing. So, Ameben, as you continue to grow, don't ever listen to the inevitable haters that will be saying you can't review stuff because you wasn't born in a particular generation, because that's obviously going to happen. This is YouTube after all. Just keep doing what you are doing because you're doing it bloody well. Goldfish on Games, current sub count 298. So here's a channel that's a tad more UK centric than what I've shown already, and I've got to say, I've been a little bit addicted to this one for quite some time, as he tends to focus on games that either I don't know, have yet to play, or have completely forgotten about. Obviously, this means he's not going to be growing as fast as other channels because he's not just reviewing the obvious stuff, which is a real shame because he's actually very, very good. The editing is top notch, the capturing is too, and that beard. That's one mighty impressive beard. For newcomers, the best way I could describe it is a very British UK version of the older LGR videos. Goldfish doesn't exactly collect or play just one particular system, and when he sits down to review a certain game that you see perfectly captured, you're going to be seeing his on-screen presence and plenty of different versions of that game in most of his videos. If you're a fan of classic games simply reviewed very, very well, then I highly suggest a sub to Goldfish on Games. Soramaru, current sub count 1,820 odd. So here's a channel for all you importer fans. I'm very happy to say I've actually made friends with this guy as well after discovering just how incredibly addictive his channel is, and there really is just so much on offer here. You got pickup videos, reviews, unboxings, artwork. He made a bloody game. I mean, seriously, there is just so much of interest here for Japanese gaming fans that you'd be pretty wound up if you didn't jump on board. A lot of the time, channels that do so much stuff like this, from what I've discovered, tend to not put in as much effort when it comes to presentation. However, this channel is oozing with quality, and where I may scoff at an Alex kid drawing and inking on another channel, here, it really is a rather addictive thing to watch. Be sure to give this guy a sub, as it's almost guaranteed he's going to upload something that you will like. Tomorrow Arcade, current sub count 648 subscribers. Tomorrow Arcade is one of those small channels that honestly, since I randomly bumped into her about a year ago or so in Glasgow, she has always managed to keep on my radar. She's obviously doing something right, as quite a few of my YouTube friends chat about her incredible content, and I'm pretty sure by the time I do the next video she will either be close to or would have completely passed the all-important 5k mark. So, her videos seem to come out every few weeks and are incredibly simple. She chooses a game from her shelf and she reviews it. Sometimes those games are fairly well known, like Clockwork Knight, and other times they're rather odd but still very interesting, like Go-Go the Ghost or Gaming's First Hedgehog, Spiky Harold. You guys know by now I love me some obscure gaming history, and this is yet another channel which is slowly but surely filling up with this kind of content. Also, one quick side note, when I did my recent incredibly obscure gaming quiz in Manchester to a crowd of hardcore retro gamers, including very reputable big name YouTubers, it was actually Tomorrow Arcade that came in first place. So yeah, you know you're in good hands with this one.
Emergency with service.
Maz Gaming, current sub count 1,310 odd. Maz Gaming, another chap that's been doing the round for a while now, and yet for some weird YouTube algorithmic reason just hasn't been lucky enough to cross the 5k mark. He has a quality channel with a tad more of a laid-back approach than what you normally may expect from a list like this, but the quality is still here. He does opinion videos, news reports, interviews, and of course, plenty of classic gaming reviews. If you like, well, honestly, a little bit of everything, then this is a channel well worth checking out. Plus, he obviously is quite a fan of classic Sega games, spending quite a bit of his channel space with the big blue logo, and you know what? That's never a bad thing. The Derek Findas Archive, current sub count 887. So, you know, I'm going to be honest here, and obviously this is nothing against Derek and his awesome channel, but out of everyone on this list, Derek is probably the most tailor-made for a very specific type of audience. He's not going to grow as fast as other more obvious channels, but that doesn't mean he's bad, far from it. The Derek Findas Archive, which presents itself as a sort of bastard TV show from the past that you somehow have just never heard about before this, has pretty much nothing but a 100% approval rating in the thumbs up, thumbs down department. If you're a fan of incredibly dry British humour, heavily focused around the ZX Spectrum, then you seriously are not going to be finding a channel better than this one. I tend to give it a few weeks and then have a really good stint with this channel, and it feels like kind of a UK Adult Swim created YouTube gaming show that's so perfectly out of date with the obvious green screen, the dressing up, and well, the games that he chooses to review in his own unique way. Channels like this are extremely few and far between. I highly suggest dropping a sub with this one and seeing if he's up your street. Mega Drive profile, current sub count 2,730 odd. I think this one is pretty obvious, right? I like Mega Drive, and my god, do I like this channel. It comes highly recommended by the awesome Wrestling with Gaming channel, and as you may have already predicted, it's a channel for all you Mega Drive fans out there. Seriously, you think I like Mega Drive? Well, not as much as this guy. His best video focuses on reviews of mostly imported Mega Drive games and a lot of coverage on Alien Soldier. I mean, seriously, the guy is quite the expert on that game. Besides this, you got long plays, explanations of certain harder to control games, videos telling you what you should look out for if you're into the same sort of games as he and I am. Seriously, everything about this channel just screams quality, and one that honestly is a tad similar to SNES Drunk. However, it's obviously far more Sega focused, and again, that's never a bad thing. And there you have it, guys. Those are my 10 recommendations. As said, you guys can also leave a comment down below as to a channel that you guys think definitely deserves the big shout out. And if you find any channels down below that you like, then please do give them a thumbs up and help them get higher up on this comment section. I hope you guys yet again like this little yearly video I did. I am working on a new complete history, which hopefully I'll have out for this weekend. So yeah, anyway, until that time, this is DJ Slope signing out, and hopefully I'll see you all next time.